All right, everybody. It is Thursday. It is 5 p.m. You know what that means. Time for a tattoo stream. Thanks for joining us. And if you haven't been here before, well, we're glad to have you. We'll also be over on Twitch where it's much easier to interact with you. So if you want to pop on over there and chat with us, show us your tattoos, bring your questions, etc., come on down. All right. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started. And today, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a bunch of different tattoo artists that I really like, and we're going to take a look at their work. And then any suggestions that come from chat, any tattoos of yours that you want me to look at, we'll do that as well. But yeah, so the first tattoo artist that I have selected is a guy that I've been wanting to get tattooed by for a very long time, and I just haven't been able to get around to it yet. So his name is Dane Granum, and he is in the UK. He tattoos out of Hull, and you can see what his typical style is. It's a new school style, but there's a really heavy comic book slash anime sort of feel to all of his tattoos. Go ahead and look at some of these here as we go through, see what really catches my eye. How about Little Mermaid?
You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor.
How it ends up turning out.
Seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake.
Good color saturation. It's a really nice looking tattoo. Let me change something here real fast. There we go. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Perfect for our little. Since we're on Twitch, it's perfect for a gaming theme. Got a little Crash Bandicoot action. Nice solid line work. Everything's nice and bright and pop. It's a beautiful piece. Like always. Like butter. All right. See what else we got here. Oh, here's another view of the Little Mermaid tattoo. As you can see, if you want this style of tattoo, you would have a lot of trouble finding somebody who does a better cartoon style tattoo. Let's see what else we got in here. Got Captain America piece. I'm not sure who the other person in the tattoo is. I'm not a huge comic book person, but I've obviously seen all the movies. So let's see what we got here. All right. Beautiful Thor, obviously done in the comic book style rather than the movie style. Wish we could see more of the Wolverine there. Obviously, both of them. We got another from stencil to final product here. Think about it. He goes from this to a final tattoo. Look at the skill that's involved in doing that. Just incredible. All right. What else do we have? Little Simpsons action. Beautiful. Let's see. Alright, we'll look at a couple more here and then we'll move on. I don't like this one as much. I don't know why, but it's still a really good tattoo. There's something about it that doesn't appeal to me as much as well, we looked at Pokemon tattoos last week, but we did not see this one. So anybody out there is looking for a good Pokemon style tattoo, well, here you go. This is a beautiful example. Alright, let's see who else I found here. Take a look. Alright, let's look at here. So, I do not know how to tell you where Dean is. I know he is in Asia, and that's about all I know because I don't know how to read the writing. If anybody out there does know how to read the writing and can tell me where he's at, that would be great. I'm assuming by the writing that he's probably Chinese, maybe in Hong Kong. I don't know. Well, how about we just check it out, see if we can figure it out. Ozone tattoo. Taichung, Taiwan. So that's pretty close. Okay, let's see what we have here. As you can see, he does a very wide range of work. How about this Slimer tattoo? How amazing is that for black and gray realism? Absolutely, the detail in there is just absolutely beautiful. And then he goes from black and gray realism. Got a little color realism here. There's the reference picture. Not as good as the other one, but still pretty beautiful. I don't know that I would have been able to tell that that was Uma Thurman right off the bat, though, to be honest. But we got a little fine line black and gray here. Beautiful Latin American style tattoo. Let's see where else we got. He also does some beautiful color bombs. I'm trying to find a good one, good example here. Well, these are all color realism, but look at how beautiful these are. I like how he mixes the color realism, and then he's got kind of a painting style, and then he mixes in some elements of comic book art as well. Just wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, let's move on to one more artist to look at here. Where is he? Make sure I spelled this right. There we go. Derek Turcotte. Alright. Let's start with a little Marvel sleeve here. Look how beautifully saturated this is. Deadpool down there in the bottom, Thanos up top. Here's another view of it. And a little video. Get a little up close and personal view here. Just, how could you be upset if that's the tattoo that you get? The answer is you couldn't, or you shouldn't be. if you are upset, then just can't please. Look a little mix of everything here. Futurama, I guess. Oh, it's all from Futurama. Still work in progress. Look how beautiful that is. Got Slurm. Still unfinished, but man, what is done is just gorgeous.
Alright, buddy, bring it around.
Okay, so we'll go from that style, and we'll take a look here. Completely different style here. Huge jaguar head on top of I would say a beautiful woman, but I'm not too into the completely white eyes. All right, let's see what else we got here. Okay, a little more variety in his style as well. This is more of a color realism style. Wish there were some more pictures of it. You can see, no matter what he's doing, it's just beautiful color work everywhere. And another superhero one. Got a little Stan Lee action there with the wearing the Infinity Gauntlet. What do we have here? 2 days, 20 hours to add the upper portion. So gambling, please. How amazing is Gee. Everything about it is just beautiful. Just the way he can actually make it look like there's an actual reflection coming off the ice. Look at that. Great. We get a nice little video view here.
I'll just bring her around to the back real quick, bud.
Stop.
Just to the front again, man.
Cheers. Stop. All right. Okay. Take a look here a little bit further, see what we got. Here's another comic book one. Well, it's not just comic book, I guess. Got a little Darth Vader action up there. Darth Vader. Beautiful. Right. We'll do one more. This guy's got both of his legs done. Just lovely. Wish there was more pictures to see both of them, but obviously he has a horror leg and just general new school leg, I guess. Well, the moral of the story here is if you're ever up in Alberta, make sure you swing by and get tattooed. There are not many people that tattoo better than he does, Derek. So, all right, who's next on our list? I've got a few more here. Okay, so the next one that I wanted to feature, I just can't. The problem is that the guy that I want to feature, his name is Julian Siebert. He tattoos a lot of really, really beautiful women. Makes them even more beautiful. But a lot of his pictures have butts and breasts in them. So if I were to show you his work within probably 22 seconds, it'd have me locked out of Twitch. So I would recommend going and looking at his Instagram page on your own. I can't even bring it up here, but I will type up here so you can see Julian Siebert, the top entry. Also, you can search for Corpse Painter. I guess he goes by that as well. There are literally a handful of people in the entire world that have this guy's level of skill. But like I said, unfortunately, I just can't show you his work on stream. All right. So next we're going to go to the Master of Flowers. If you ever want to get a tattoo of a flower, there is nobody better in the entire world to get tattooed by than Phil Garcia. Don't get me wrong, it's not the only thing that Phil does. But Phil does flowers to a level that nobody else does it. So if you're in California, you want a flower tattoo, here's a beautiful example. That is just amazing. It looks like a flower, and he usually puts drops of water on his flowers as well, and they're just amazing. They get that reflective look going to them. The leaves are always look right. The ribs on the leaves always look right. There's not wavy, crappy lines in them, and 35 on one side and then 12 on the other side. It's just always beautiful. I don't know if he can do an ugly flower. Let's see, more flowers here. Not something I would ever get, but you can see the quality of the artwork. Just absolutely beautiful. All the colors work together. The leaves again are beautiful. Just wonderful. Oh, excuse me, people. Sorry for that. All right. Let's look at a couple more. So you can see he does black and gray too, incredibly well. Not as good as some of the people that specialize in it, but it's still a beautiful tattoo. Not nearly as good as his color work, but still absolutely beautiful. Let's see. All right, something that's not a rose. I mean, what else is there to say? It's just a beautiful tattoo. Again, not where I would get it, but let's see if I can find something that's not a flower. How about a space theme? These are so hard to do and make them look nice and not have them look just completely cheeseball, fake, yuck. Another person who does it, I don't know if I have him on the list here. No, but we'll go ahead and look at them next. Hopefully we don't run into any trouble here. Andres Acosta in Austin, Texas. Keeping Austin weird with beautiful tattoos. He does incredible mashup. So what he does is he does roses changing into other things, space scenes changing into other things, and he does it in a way that it doesn't look corny. So many people try to copy his style, and so many people fail incredibly badly at it. But as you can see, he does do like a lot of different space scenes. Here we got a Tyrannosaurus in space. Beautiful coloring. Who else do we have here? Okay, so neither space nor flowers, but just a beautiful surrealism tattoo here. It's almost an optical illusion. It's just amazing. You can see the pattern reflected in the eye. Let's see. What else do we have? How about the Texas Rose? He goes into enough detail that you can even see the veins in the flower. And of course, I think it's obligatory at this point to put in a drop of water to show your skill in reproducing reflection. Here's another spacing. There's so many elements to this. It's just wow. The face is beautiful. The tentacles are beautiful. The ship is beautiful. There's a lot going on in this tattoo, and I have no idea if it's supposed to mean something or if it's just supposed to be cool. Wow, it's beautiful. Right. Wish I could find a better example of its transformative tattoos, but I'm not seeing any. Maybe he hasn't done any in a while. This one's kind of weird. Look at this. Hands are some of the most difficult things to do, and this one is beautiful. One thing that always goes wrong with well, not always, but a lot of times goes wrong with hands is the gaps between fingers is all jacked up. The shape of the fingers are all jacked up. The fingers aren't straight. They'll be bent. The angle at which the thumb interacts with the hand isn't correct. None of those problems in this one. So it's absolutely beautiful. Let's see what else we got here. Let me look at one or two more here. The eye looks pretty cool. Let's see. Chewy, what'd you do to me, buddy? Alright. It's a weird tattoo, but beautiful nonetheless. I don't even know what's going on here. Let's see. What? Yeah. So, let's see. We got a little bit of circuitry going on here. Like we have a little bit of trees growing out here. Weird tattoo, but absolutely great. Alright, let's see. Who do we have next on this list? I'm not going to do too many more, I don't think. Won't make this a super long stream. But tater tats. Alright. You want to talk realism, you do not get much better than this. How about a young LL Cool J done in black and gray realism? Absolutely beautiful. Look at how crisp the lettering and the logo is on that hat. Look at the detail in the gold chain. That's beautiful. Alright. What else we got here? Nice Anya mask. Not finished, but still know how it's going to turn out wonderfully. Let's see what else we got here for all you Big Lebowski fans out there. This one I don't like as much. His eyes are a little wonky. I'll be honest. When if you're gonna review something, and you gotta actually be honest about it. A little Rick and Morty action. Kind of reimagining as if Rick was a more of a real life character. Zombie Papa Smurf, that one's pretty cool. Nothing worse than 2-inch blue things chasing you around, hungry for your flesh. Robert Downey Jr. Little It action here. How about that? How beautiful that is. Scary, but beautiful. Let's see, who else do we have here? What else do we have? Look at this rose. Another beautiful rose. Oh, but it's missing the obligatory water drop. Alright. Let's see. see anything as I'm going along that you want me to stop on, just let me know. Einstein action there. The Rick and Morty one. Well, that's just pretty. I don't think it's supposed to be anybody, and it's obviously done in black and gray with a little bit of color in there. Just really nice. All right, let's look at. All right, so gotta make sure I plugged them properly. So Keegan Hawkins out in Newcastle, South Wales, Australia. If you're in Australia and looking for a tattoo, can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong. All right, so my streaming partner here had a few suggestions for me to take a look at. Let's see what we got here. We'll look at those and then we'll call it a stream. So it'll be about an hour worth of stream or so. Let's see, where is it? All right, who do we have here? All right, so what do I think of this tattoo? We'll look at this particular tattoo and then we'll move on to look at the portfolio. There's some things I really like about this tattoo, and there's some things I really do not like about that tattoo. So we'll start with the negatives and end with the positives. So the first thing I see about this tattoo I don't like is I'm not sure what you call them, the horns of the helmet, these things up here. I don't like how it's alright if they fade away like that, like he's trying to make it look like they're fading away into smoke, and that's fine. I'm not against that, but if you're gonna do that, it needs to have some sort of detail that fades away into nothing rather than nothing faded into nothing. There's no detail here. There's no, like this area here, if this is unfinished, it's okay, but this area here needs a lot more detail, I think. Like he started it, like he started adding the detail, and you can see that he has a good base for it, but there just needs to be more detail in there. And that's my complaint in general for the tattoo, is that there's a lot of good start, but there needs to be more detail, like a little more detail. Like the face here is what I really like. There's a good amount of detail. The hair is actually pretty good. Could use a little more detail. Obviously, the color he added in is beautiful. I like the way that it interacts with the horns of the helmet, for lack of a better word, and goes behind it. But I just wish there was a little more detail in here. You can see that there's detail, but it's not really well defined. It's all kind of blurry. All right, hopefully we won't get in trouble looking here at Okay, so this guy's in Almaty in Kazakhstan, place I have been several times. Some really good work in here. Some beautiful pieces. This one is beautiful. There's one huge problem with this tattoo, though. Its placement. This is so weird. The placement is so weird. So this says, okay, so it's not done. This, for those of you who don't speak Russian, it's right here in English. This is the biggest work I have ever done. It is still in process. Okay, so the guy is. Then it also says the guy is a beast. Technically, in Russian, it says tiger, with the patience of a wagon, which I was not familiar with that turn of phrase, but I guess it means extremely patient. Let's see what else we have. So as you can see, he does a lot of black and gray realism. Here's a little Witcher action. This part absolutely beautiful. I love it. The detail, the way he gets the hair to stand out, might not stay that way. This part down here, I don't really like that much, just because I know that it's gonna. A lot of these details are gonna blend together, and it's not gonna be nearly as readable once it softens up in a bit. Let's see what's no, you gotta stop. Okay. Thanks, Andre, for your patience and trust. A tentacle with an eye in it. Not much to say here. It's beautiful. I wish we would have had a picture a little bit further down the road once it softens up, because I think it's going to look a lot better. One big thing with tattoos like this is often when they're done initially, they're really, really black, and then over the coming days and weeks, it will soften up quite a bit, and it'll look a lot better. Baby Groot should be stopped by. There's his name right there, Vladislav Shuvalov. And the Baby Groot is good. Again, one thing that a lot of people do that I don't like is they'll focus on one area of the tattoo and put a lot of work into it, and then other areas of the tattoo just look kind of plain to it compared to it. But this one is, as it says, a cover up. Alright. Just stop it. Alright, so then let's look at the other one that was recommended here. Alright, so this is obviously a Star Wars tattoo. You can see Darth Maul here fading into a skull, and then he's got the Emperor down here. In general, the tattoo is really good. I like the concept of the fading into the skull. I do not like the Emperor being down here. It does not feel organic to the tattoo at all. It just feels like it was kind of tossed in there. But overall, it's a pretty good looking tattoo. Now let's take a look and see what else he does here. Okay. In general, the tattoo is really good, but go back up so I can pause. This cheek here is brutal. The way he lit the cheek, it looks like she has a growth on her face. Like, cut that piece off, and the rest of the face is just beautiful. It's lifelike. It's amazing. The reflection of the Eiffel Tower, the clouds, everything is beautiful. That cheek, wow, just destroys the whole tattoo for me. Let's see, what else? What else do we have here? Nice little color bomb here, beautiful. Nice saturation. One problem with doing a tattoo like this that has a lot of shades of the same color is that sometimes these shades will lighten up and become like one big massive blob, which is why if you had like some black lines, some black outline here, it would define the tattoo a lot more. The fish are gorgeous. I absolutely love the fish. Let's see what else we have here. Got some weird stuff in here. Who is this person, by the way? Let's make sure that we can. Okay, so Jack Gallen. He is in Poland, it looks like. So we got a kind of a wide assortment here of places to get tattooed. We have Poland, Australia, UK, Kazakhstan, Canada. All right, let's take a look here. All right, got a villain's sleeve. Horror, I guess you could call it as well, although I don't know if I'd call it Joker horror. In general, I like it. I don't like the placement of this so, because it kind of reads like so why serious instead of why so serious. It could be read either way. I would rather not have the ambiguity in it. Let's see, what else do we have here? A Deadpool B. Okay, this is kind of weird. I like it. Looks like a color realism B mixed with a Deadpool comic sort of style. That's designed by me, of course. Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about that. I don't think that you were copying that from anybody. Oh, this is beautiful. Just, I love tattoos like this that are just weird as fuck, but I always want to know, like, what happens is I see these and I want to know the story behind this. I want to know, why did somebody decide to get a businessman with the head of Elmo? There's got to be a story there, and that for me is like what makes one of the things that makes tattoos great is like the conversations that they can start. When you see this, you want to ask the person, dude, why do you have a businessman with the head of Elmo? What inspired that? And it's just a great way to strike up a conversation. All right, we'll look at a couple more here, and then we'll kill the stream until it's time for our game stream tonight. Let's see what we have. Oh, this one looks pretty nice. Beautiful Yoda here, not Baby Yoda. All right, so calm down. No, everybody's freaking out over Baby Yoda, but old Yoda was a thing too. This is a good example of it. The foot for me gets a little bit wonky in places, but yeah, not so much that it ruins the tattoo. Alright, so I'd say overall, my streaming partner picked two pretty good artists to look at. What I also would say, though, is my streaming artist cheated because he went to a Instagram that features good artists. Now, the challenge for next Tuesday, which is when we'll do this again on our Tat Tuesday, is to find the artist on your own. So you gotta, I don't know, my suggestion would be to anybody that watches this, bring me an artist that you found on your own. Go and, for example, find a topic that you really like say you love horses. And then bring me an artist that does good color realism or an example of a beautiful horse that he did. So that's my challenge to anybody who watches this on YouTube, anybody who watches the VOD. Please give us a follow on Twitch. We're the Royal Nerds over there. We'll do a tattoo stream every week, probably about an hour long from now on. Today's will be a little bit shorter, but all right, we're going to go ahead and end the stream there for now. We'll be back in a couple hours at 8 p.m. with Overwatch and Path of Exile. So we hope to see you guys there. Everybody go out, get inked, do your research, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for being here, everybody.